Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show. And I'm here to talk about some NBA news. We have a lot of news to discuss, so let's get right into it. So, we got some more news about Damian Lillard. I'm probably tired of hearing about the Damian Lillard stuff. I am too, but it's the news. I have to talk about it. Chris Haynes, he says it's, quote, pretty safe to say that Damian Lillard won't accept a trade to Boston, end quote, via the DP show, the Dan Patrick show, I think. The quote, he's not going to Boston. I think this is pretty credible, because I think Chris Haynes is close to Damian Lillard. So, yeah, I don't think he's going to accept a trade to Boston, because they already have so many guards with Derek White, Marcus Smart, Jalen Brandt. Well, Jalen Brandt's probably going to leave. But it was reported today he'll be sent to a preferred destination if the Blazers make the move to trade him. He wouldn't prefer to go to Boston. The Heat and the Nets are probably the two most preferred teams. But yeah, he doesn't want to compete for championships. I guess he's fine hitting Cancun early every year. He's going to stay in Portland. We hear the same thing every year. Oh, this team's the favorite, Damian Lillard. This team's the favorite. And he just stays in Portland, doesn't want to win anything. But I mean, I can't blame him. But why would he want to stay in a team where he can't win when you go to Boston where you'd have a better chance of winning? But it doesn't matter. I mean, he doesn't have a no-trade clause. I mean, they can trade him anywhere he wants. But I guess it's safe to say that he's not going to the conference finals and finals nearly every year. I feel like he's gonna stay in Portland this season. I really do. Brian Windhorst says LeBron James was, quote, pretty salty about ESPN's coverage of him in his first year with the Miami Heat. Okay, Brian Windhorst. Brother, it's 2023. I'm here to tell you right now, no one cares. This is ancient history. It's a decade, man. I mean, Jesus Christ. Brian Windhorst. Get over it. And he earned that criticism. And it was only for the televised, quote, the decision thing. He did the Cleveland fans dirty. But that was 12 years ago. Who cares? We also got some more news from Chris Haynes. The potential destinations for Damian Lillard are listed as the Heat, the Nets, and possibly as the Sixers. This is interesting. This is the first time I've heard the Sixers mentioned as a destination for Lillard. You have that two-man game of Lillard and Embiid, but I don't think he'll go to the Sixers. Boston, definitely not. It's between the Heat and the Nets for me. If he were to get moved, the Heat and the Nets are the possible destinations. For the and added the Sixers to spice it up. He just added the Sixers to spice it up. It's either Miami or Brooklyn. But if he were to ask for a trade, he will give them a list of teams he is comfortable going to, and the Blazers will work to get the best deal. And Damian Lillard can list teams, but the Blazers would have to get the best deal. I don't think Dame can demand to be traded to one specific team. He's going to have to list a lot of teams to see what the best deal they can get is. There's not really any new information from yesterday, really. And watch, he's just going to stay in Portland. It's the same story every year. Oh, these destinations, and he'll end up in Portland. I'm just tired of it. Adam Silver worries about Ja Morant possibly adding to his problems with more free time if he serves a lengthy suspension. So yeah, Ja Morant's punishment I think is going to be announced after the NBA Finals, which will probably be 20, 25 game suspension most likely, at least, like something like that. But Adam Silver, he worries about Ja Morant, and I do too. He's getting more free time. He can even add to those problems. But he's trying to act like he's a babysitter. Like, I get he's the commissioner, but dude, you're not the babysitter. And that's a decision Ja has to make. I mean, if he does something, a bad thing, then The NBA will have to take action. But that's on him. He's a grown-ass man. You can't just baby him. If the time off doesn't get him right, nothing will. Like, it's not. You're not his father. Like, if John Morant can't, if this time off doesn't get him right, nothing will. Okay, that's just weird logic. He wants him supervised like 24/7. If the Blazers and Damian Lillard ever decided to pursue a hypothetical trade, the Blazers would assist in sending Lillard to his desired location in the East, per Chris Haynes. So, if he were to pursue a trade, a hypothetical trade, because yeah, it's probably not going to happen, his desired locations in the Eastern Conference, per Chris B. Haynes, quote, if it gets to that point, they would consult with Dame. He's been there 10 years. He's been a model citizen, represented that city and organization with class. I think they would try to get him where he wants to go in the East, end quote, said to Eric Slater. He's been talking about trades the past 5 years. But maybe his loyalty's finally starting to run out. But I'm so tired of the Dame trade rumors, only for him to stay, and then he'll go, oh, we can't win. Just like Bradley Beal. But if there's anybody in the East, it's Brooklyn or Miami. It's simple as that. At least those are two favorites in my opinion of what has been listed. But it kind of determines who has the best trade offer. Like I've been saying, who will have the best trade offer? That's what the Trailblazers will choose. Who will have the better offer that will benefit them going into the future? And let more of their young guys play, like Shaedon Sharpe and Anthony Simons shine more. So, Colin Cowherd, he has a trade idea. Via the Herd, he said the Boston Celtics would receive Chris Paul and the Suns receive Marcus Smart. So basically doing a swap here of point guards. I mean, I don't know. It's a okay idea, but I don't think it's great. But the Suns would be robbing them, giving up a old, washed-up player for a better defender and a younger player. But I feel like this is just a horrible trade. I don't see how anybody says this is a good trade. For the Suns, it is, yes. Or not for the Suns, for the Celtics, yes. Chris Paul, he's washed. He's not a good point guard anymore. No one wants Chris Paul. And that would be a terrible trade. You trade the Defensive Player of the Year last year for 38-year-old point guard who's on his last legs. Terrible move. Report. We got a hurry report here. The Phoenix Suns are looking for ways to acquire Damian Lillard. With what assets? Like, what are you going to trade? DeAndre Ayton? Landry Shamet? Who you got to trade? The Suns might actually be the last team in the whole league that could get Dame. They have absolutely no remaining assets, and Ayton is on a whack-ass contract. They have no assets. This is such an unserious franchise. Like, how do they think they're going to get Damian Lillard? They have no assets. I mean, dude. Jamal Murray has a floor burn on his hand, and gee. They'll probably just numb it and bandage it. He won't even notice during the game. But yeah, that's kind of rough. But those are the worst. Like, this is just disgusting. Ugh. Didn't need to see that. Report. Stephen Curry, he wants the Golden State Warriors to bring back their core for at least one more season. And yeah, I'm a Warriors fan. I think we should bring back our core. I do. But we can't just keep the same roster going for next season. I think we should keep our big three, but we have to change the roster. Okay? We just have to sign that core. I would keep the core, but the Warriors need to sign, like, Brook Lopez, and because you need a rim protector and maybe a backup point guard. That's what I would do. Maybe Brook Lopez, so you could have a rim protector and a backup point guard that's actually good, can play in the non-Curry minutes. So in Eastern Conference, GM says it's Chris Paul's dream to play with the Lakers and LeBron James. So in Eastern Conference, GM says it's his dream to play with the Lakers and LeBron. Well, the Lakers would better hope a vet minimum is part of that deal. If it's not, then yeah, you can say goodbye, you're not going to the Lakers. But yeah, keep dreaming. I don't even think the Lakers would want him at this point, as he's a 38-year-old point guard. He's injury prone. He's on his last legs. And Lakers Daily's not a fucking source. Come on, dude. So ESPN's Ramona Shelburne via ESPN LA said, quote, keep your eye on James Harden to Phoenix. The Phoenix Suns don't waive Chris Paul unless they feel pretty good about somebody else. And I want you to keep your eye on James Harden. I don't want to report anything, but that was in the wind for the past month or so. End quote. I mean, James Harden led the league in assists this season, but he disappeared when it mattered most. But it's empty stats really at the end of the day, and he choked in the playoffs yet again. I just don't think Kevin Durant would want him on that team, or Frank Vogel. But Chris Paul's better fit to the Suns than Harden. I just don't know. Harden's way to hop to another contender. But I don't know if Ramona Shelburne is a source. She's kind of a good reporter. She's a good reporter. But I mean, there's no way this would happen. Stephen A. He calls out Caleb Martin and says, quote, where the hell are you for his finals performance so far? Bro, he's a role player that has done more than enough to help this team to the finals. Like, everybody's got to step up. I know he has to play better, but who even expected him? Who expected that Celtics run where he was good? In the first two games of this finals, he was sick, and he actually had a good game 3. Where do these expectations come from? Like, a role player plays like a role player. Wow, surprise, the dude thinks Caleb Martin's like LeBron James. And Martin scored 10 yesterday. He scored more than Vincent Strus and Robinson. The only threes he made were in junk time. So, this dude, man. Report. Chris Paul would be, quote, very conveyed by the Lakers and the Clippers. I just don't think any team would maybe want him. Maybe some team, but I wouldn't take him. I mean, he's on the decline, like I've said. He doesn't score as much as he used to. He's injury prone. He's on his last legs. He's 38, and he's gonna retire soon. I mean, maybe the Clippers could let go of Westbrook and use him as a backup point guard, but I don't even know. Jokic had 32, 20, and 10 last night in a great final performance. So, and we got one last thing. Report the Washington Wizards and Memphis Grizzlies are interested in Caris LeVert. I don't know why the Wizards are interested in him, but it's time for the year of rumors again. I just don't think he's that good anymore. Like, Caris LeVert used to be good, but DC, Caris LeVert's too injury prone. It's like, oh shit, like, he's Guangdong Tiger. I mean, maybe he would be good for Memphis for bench scoring. The Lakers could use some bench scoring. Maybe go to the Lakers with some bench scoring. I don't know. Joe Prunty and Patrick Mutombo are joining the Bucks as assistant coaches. Prunty was the Bucks' interim head coach and the Hawks' interim last season. He worked most recently under Monty Williams. And that's the new Bucks staff there with Adrian Griffin, and Prunty and Mutombo join a staff that will include Terry Stotts. So Terry Stotts is back. So interesting. I think it's a good staff there for the Bucks right there. Are hiring David Fizdale as assistant coach. Yeah, remember his run as a head coach? Still won't bring home a ring. 2 players have been announced for Team USA are Brandon Ingram and Jaren Jackson Jr. Yeah, team doesn't really look too good. But yeah, that's all I'll say for this video. So until next time, I'll Peace.